The Crane and the Crab, a tale of cleverness. Once upon a time in a lush forest, there was a serene lake teeming with fish and other water creatures. A wise old crane lived by the lake. Over the years, the crane grew old and weak, and his ability to catch fish dwindled. One day he sat by the water, looking frail and hungry, plotting a way to fill his stomach. Not far from him, a curious crab noticed the crane's unusual stillness. "What troubles you, crane?" asked the crab. The crane sighed dramatically. "Ah, my dear crab, the lake is doomed. The humans plan to dry it up soon, and all the fish and creatures living here will perish. I've spent my life here and can't bear to see such a tragedy unfold." The fish overheard the crane's lament and began to panic. "Oh no, what shall we do?" they cried. The crafty crane pretended to ponder deeply and then said, "I have an idea. There's another lake far from here, lush and full of life. If you trust me, I can carry you there, one by one, in my beak." The fish, desperate to save themselves, readily agreed. The crane began his trips, carrying a fish in his beak each time. But instead of taking them to another lake, he flew to a nearby rock, where he devoured them. After several trips, the crab grew suspicious. "Crane," he said, "take me next. I wish to see this new lake myself." The crane hesitated but agreed, thinking he could feast on the crab as well. He carefully picked up the crab in his beak and began to fly. As they soared, the crab saw the pile of fish bones on the rock below. Realizing the crane's treachery, the crab clamped his sharp claws around the crane's neck. "Ah, release me, crab!" the crane gasped in pain. "Not until you promise to return me safely to the lake," the crab said sternly. The crane, choking and frightened, nodded in agreement. The crab held tight until they landed by the lake. Once safely on the ground, the crab released his grip, and the crane fled, never to return. The creatures of the lake cheered for the crab's cleverness and bravery. From that day on, they became more cautious, learning not to trust sweet words without proof. Moral of the story: beware of those who pretend to be kind with selfish intentions. Cleverness and vigilance can save you from deceit,